We can talk, but be quick. Domitus could be back any second.
Heard you held back an invasion all on your own. That's fine work.
Just out for an evening stroll. Not a soul stirring. Quiet as the grave. Quintus, my name is Marius. You must have the wrong person. And perhaps you're not as stupid as you look. Well done, you found me. Now, what do you want? My family? Ha! The Dark Brotherhood likes to use terms like family, but they don't know the meaning of the word. They're still holding a grudge because I left them, you see. They don't like it when people leave them. It makes them look ineffectual. Say, do you happen to know whether anyone else knows I'm here? That is excellent news. Hopefully it will be the last we hear of them. Now, what's it going to take for you to keep this quiet, Oh, how noble of you. I've admitted it. I worked for the Dark Brotherhood, and I was very good at what I did. But I'm quite comfortable here, as you can see. what would be my motivation to kill anyone now? I'd need some kind of death wish. Now, was there something else you wanted to ask me? Or can I get back to enjoying my retirement?
Hello, my friend.
Hello again, my friend. Any word about the matter we discussed? Of course. What do you want me to clarify? I'll talk to you soon, I hope.
Oh, gods, not again! Please, thank the gods! Quickly, you have to let me down before that monster comes back. Okay, but please hurry. So, you'll let me go then? What? Why not? So you're just gonna leave me here? What? No, that's not. Please don't leave me here. Please. I'll do anything. Please don't leave me. You're gonna let me go, right?
Get out. Can I help you with something? What? You're serious, aren't you? That's it. I'm going to have a little
There you are, you sick bastard. I hear you've been keeping my wife prisoner. You're going to pay for that.
Now, Ulrin, you don't want to get us all killed over that strumpet, do you? Think about the dwarves' law.
There's a way out. Let's get to Maisie.
Hello again, my friend. Well, I hope your investigation has been thorough. I don't want you accusing the first person you suspect. So, who is it? Hey, keep your voice down. Do you want to get us all killed? Look, you might have noticed we're being watched by the dwarven statues everywhere you look. But I managed to break the bust in that room. So in there is no dwarves' law. Understand? What happens in my private room stays there. Because if my little secret gets out, then you and everyone else in this place is going to suffer badly. What you do next is up to you. You can keep your mouth shut, in which case we all live. Or you can let her go, in which case we all die. I promised you no such thing. I said I'd do everything in my power to help you. But here's the thing. There is no way out of here. You're stuck here for the rest of your life. Now get out of my citadel. I'm bored of you. Get out of my citadel. I'm bored of you.
Shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Hi there. Well, that's a relief. Really? That's strange. I was just reading an old journal I found here. It was burnt, but it described an event about 7 years ago. Said hardly a word to anyone. Walked up to the Jarl and murdered him, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said this triggered a horrific event which killed everyone in the city, while the stranger just disappeared in a flash of light. I've been ready to get out of here from the moment I set foot in this place. I have one idea. There might be a way out through the bathroom, through the pipes that bring water into the city. There's a cracked wall. I'm not strong enough. But I think if you hit it really hard with a mace or a warhammer, we might be able to escape through there. It's this way.
Oh, hello there. Of course. I think I can teach you a thing or two.
What do you want? What about it? Not my problem. Bye.
Tavern tonight.
Absolutely not. Same as always. Goodbye, Rastasia. And please, stay out of trouble.
I heard you took care of some looters for us. If only there was something I could do to thank you. Let me know if you think of anything. Did you know there are tunnels running all the way under the city? Last one to go down there was Brandis, and it sent him to his deathbed. Did you notice the big crack in the floor near the city gate? They say some poor fool fell to his death trying to scale the front of the citadel. Did you know that beautiful palace above the lake is sealed? Brawl says the last person to go in there locked it behind him. I wonder what's in there. There's something creepy about Marius up in the citadel. Plus, he never comes down to the tavern. And you just can't trust a man who doesn't drink. Have you seen Rygus walking around in that shiny armor of his, all paranoid, like those dwarven statues are going to spring to life any minute? Nobody here locks their door, except the Jarl. I hear there's a locked room on the top floor of the Citadel, but nobody's seen what's inside. Have you seen Rygus? There's something creepy about Mary. Nobody here locks their door. Did you know there are tunnels running all the way under the city? Did you notice the big crack in the floor near the city gate? They say some poor fool fell to his death trying to scale the front of the Citadel. Did you know that beautiful palace? Nobody here locks their door, except the Jarl. I hear there's a locked room on the top floor of the Citadel, but nobody's seen what's inside.
Hello again, my friend.
Hello, neighbor. Would you like to hear about my research? My story? What a strange question. You presuppose that my life is a simple linear sequence of events which can be summed up in a verbal narrative? Well, that's nonsense, of course. First, most of it was so long ago I barely remember. Second, you would have to assume that the account I give you is biased heavily in my favor, and is therefore quite unreliable. And finally, my story is really much less interesting than this mysterious place. Now, do you have any sensible questions, or can I get back to work? Well, why didn't you say so? I researched Dwarven history and technology, and I'm originally from Kragenmoor in Morrowind. Any other questions? That is the sun under the ground. Or at least that's how it's referred to in the Dwarven text we've managed to translate. I must confess, I haven't the faintest idea of how it works. But it seems to be giving us light and allowing us to grow crops, even under the ground. Of course, if it ever stops glowing, for whatever reason, we'll all be in quite a lot of trouble. But don't concern yourself with such dark thoughts. I'm sure we have nothing to worry about. Farewell. Come back if you think of any questions. Hello, neighbor. Made any exciting new discoveries? Time travel? You know, as it happens, I do. It was a great obsession of mine for years after my wife passed. I thought if I could go back, I gave up on that idea a long time ago. But recently the Jarl has asked to see my research notes. How strange that you should now take an interest too. Can I ask what the nature of your interest is in this unusual subject? I don't quite know what to say to that. How can I put this charitably? Perhaps you're tired and emotional and need some rest. But I always enjoy discussing my theories with a receptive mind, so I'll humor you. What did you want to ask? For argument's sake, if you found yourself in that position, you'd have only two options. To live out your days in the past, or force a paradox. A paradox, you see, would involve changing the past so as to prevent the events which caused you to travel back in time in the first place. But you'd be taking a big risk by doing that. Who knows what the consequences would be? Some say that whatever you do, it will lead you right back to the future that took you back in time in the first place. An eternal loop, if you will. But me, I believe that creating a paradox should fling you back to your original time, having changed the past for you and everyone else. Well, let's say for argument's sake that you really have traveled here from the future. You could create a paradox in a few different ways. Essentially, you could do anything that would remove your means or motivation to return to the past. For example, you came here to achieve some goal. Achieving that goal would mean you will never have been motivated to come here. A paradox. Or, if the thing that allowed you to travel back in time is still here, as a past version of itself, you could simply destroy it, I suppose. That would mean, of course, that you will never have been able to travel back in time. Another paradox. But doing so could have terrible consequences. But if you really are from the future, as unlikely as that is, telling me or anybody else what happens next could have disastrous consequences too. I think it's best if we talk about something else. Well, the dwarves who built this city left inscriptions in the citadel, which translate to, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." My research leads me to believe that if a single member of our community sins, it'll trigger an event, killing us all. I believe such an event occurred some years ago, which is why Metellus found the city littered with burned corpses. But to this day, there are many questions we simply don't have answers for. How is the dwarves' law still being enforced? How does it work? And we may never know, as long as nobody attacks or steals from anybody else. Until we know more, we all need to be on our best behavior. Ah, yes. Most dwarven armor you see these days is quite badly worn, but this piece is still perfect, after thousands of years. It also seems to have some magical properties. It should protect you from the harmful energy down in the tunnels below the city. It all but killed Brandis when he went down there, but he didn't have a full set. If you can get down there safely, let me know what you discover. Very well. Come back if you think of any questions about something you discover.
We can talk, but be quick. Domitus could be back any second.
Oh, I'm so glad you decided to come see me. Oh, it's you. Hello again.
Hello again, my friend.